Hello and welcome back to another Transformers review. Today we're taking a look at the Energon Energon class. I know it's a bit redundant. Divebomb. Now, this is my own personal figure from back in the day, so forgive the slightly scratched paint and the dust. I did try to clean the dust, but I don't have a kit of hair at the moment, so I did the best I could. Anyway, let's get into the review, starting with the articulation. Despite being an older figure and of a fairly small size class, Divebomb is actually fairly articulated. Starting off with the head, it's on a rotation joint, fairly tight rotation joint at that. It is also for the transformation, but multi-use. The shoulders are on a rotation joint, and also a hinge outwards. The elbows are obviously on a ball joint. They get 90 degrees and can do a full rotation. We'll talk about these after. The hips are on ball joints, though they are a little bit limited. They can do a full splits, and they can get up over 90 degrees, and there's nothing stopping them from going way far back too. Over 90. The knee can get a 90-degree bend, which is nice, and the feet, though this is for transformation, they do have a hinge forward. So overall, for the age and the size, this is actually a very solid figure. Now, moving on to accessories for robot mode, and Divebomb is fairly light. You get the, whatever you call these. I know I could just Google it, but I'm lazy. This just goes on to the chest over the chromed Decepticon symbol. Yeah, there we go, you can actually see it. And honestly, it looks pretty good. It kind of is supposed to magnify it, but honestly, just kind of, yeah, you can't really see it. You can't really see it in person either. And also you get the Energon boomerang. I think that's what it's called. I know it's a boomerang. I'm pretty sure it's made of Energon, so let's call it that. That can just fit into the hand. I think this is the wrong way around, actually. Yeah, that looks better. It's a bit of a goofy weapon, but it does look nice. Also, there are Energon ports for some reason. Don't ask me why they did that, but it is there. Also, the feet have peg holes, rather, for some reason, and I don't know why. Doesn't come with any accessories for this, they're just there. Maybe there was another figure that this was compatible with. Also, a quick size comparison. Larger than the average Legion class nowadays, but smaller than the Deluxe. I would say kind of similar, maybe a head shorter than the recent Earthrise Cliffjumper figure. And moving right along to the transformation, it's not very difficult, but it can be a little bit finicky. You want to bring out the arms to the sides and split, or rather hinge the hips forward. Then you're going to want to fold them down at this hinge point here and just get the bird legs out of the way. And this is where it gets a bit finicky because it's kind of annoying to have to line that up. Bringing this down. Let's open up the feet so they can stand up. Bring these down. Let's rotate the head around so that it turns into the tail feathers. And then the impressive part, unfolding the wings, which is a little bit stuck because of the dust. But yeah, fairly quick, and it unveils nice new detail. And it's a pretty dynamic change. Anyway, that's Divebomb in the Eagle. Let's go with Eagle mode. Anyway, the accessories from Robot mode are still compatible with the Bird mode. You can still put this onto what was the Robot mode chest, as well as you can split the boomerang, and there were pegs on what was the back of the Robot mode arms, which you can peg these into. And I think this was called the Hyper mode. Looks a little bit silly, but if you kind of see it as like a sonic attack, maybe. The thing is, it looks a little bit weird not to have this because they made the feathers on the wings also the same green. Don't get me wrong, it looks nice. It's just when you don't have any of the other stuff on it, it sticks out a little bit because there's no other green on it. Now, as for a size comparison of Bird mode, and yeah, you can't fold the wings in. They're just permanently like this. You can hinge them up because of the way the hips work, which is nice, but they can't be folded. The most you can collapse them is about to here. This is actually bigger than the Robot mode somehow. I'm not really sure how they managed to pull off that mass shifting aside from the knees folding forward, but just overall it feels like a larger figure. I guess the wingspan does add a lot. In conclusion, I really like Divebomb. Good colors, decent articulation for the time, and man, that's a nice head sculpt. If you can pick this guy up for a decent price on like eBay or something, I know the figure's getting a little on the old side now, but yeah, no, I can definitely recommend picking this up. I particularly like this figure, and hopefully we get some sort of Generations representation in the future. Yeah, give it 20 years. Anyway, that's been it for this review. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for future reviews and watch my backlog. And as always, until next time, happy building.